We've all got our demons, and we all deal with them in mysterious ways, as Sinister, the RCW Carnage champion, makes his way out here with Brian Outlaw at his side. The audio should be fine now. Like I mentioned, I had fixed it yesterday, and I did a couple of tests, so we should be all okay there. I just didn't want to get rid of episode 3 because it was such a good episode, despite a couple seconds of delay in audio. It was such a great episode, and I hate to get rid of something because of a technicality or something that just was plain stupid. And so, you know, we got Sinister right here. The title is not on the line, by the way. This is not a title match, so Sinister's okay in that regard. As John Cena, hustle, loyalty, and respect. His motto there, never give up. John Cena making his way out here. So we have Sinister and John Cena to kick this one off as Sinister takes down Big Match John, and there's a reason why he's called that. You know, he always brings out his best in big matches, and this is a big match here for Cena, because if Cena wins here, you know, that could definitely put him in title contention for that RCW Carnage title here, as Sinister takes down the legend in John Cena, and a kick out at 1. Now, John Cena, we haven't seen him much here in RCW, but when he comes back, you know, it's always a treasure to see John Cena wrestle. His reversal again from Sinister is, I think Sinister here has been studying John Cena's tape. Sinister tried to submit John Cena, but let that go quickly, realizing that Cena was going to easily break out of that one. Now a couple of knees to the back there of John Cena from Sinister, as Sinister now lifts up John. Now an Irish whip to the outside with authority here from Sinister, as we have Sinister now on the outside with John Cena. Count of 3 here is John Cena with a reversal, and now John Cena throwing Sinister into that barricade there, that metal barricade. Now that's the difference here. We don't have the typical mat barricades as that other company likes to use. You know, those metal barricades hurt a lot worse. Count of 7 here. What's up, Sakate? Good to see you in here, man. Yeah, so I sincerely apologize for the audio delay that we had in the previous RCW stream. Like, the Elgato just does that, and I have no idea why. But, like I said, I was working through a bunch of videos yesterday, and had some help from friends trying to figure out what was going on there, but I figured it out. What's good? Sakate, it's been great. You know, I haven't talked to you in a while either. I know work's been keeping you busy, and you know, I try to make it to your streams whenever you do stream, and there was some good news today in video game news. MLB The Show 2021 or 21, which is normally a PlayStation baseball game, is coming to Xbox for the first time this year, so I went ahead and I pre-ordered that because I love baseball, and it'll be nice to actually have a good baseball game, like an actual official MLB game that's actually decent for Xbox this year. So, you know, and there, obviously we have the 2K22, the AEW game, all this other good stuff. Coming along, and as far as content wise, obviously for me, you know, the wrestling stuff, you know, it let me tell you, it feels so great just to have something else besides WWE 2K coming out this year. Like, we have Retromania Wrestling, the arcadey looking wrestling game coming out in a few weeks. I'll be getting my hands on that. I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet, because the developers of the game said that Create a Wrestler is not going to be in the game at launch, but it's a feature that they are looking to add later on, depending on how the game does in terms of support and things like that. And I think people are just going to buy it anyway because it's a different wrestling game. And to me, having more wrestling games to play besides WWE 2K, not that I don't love this game, but to have something else to play and to have like just another game, like, to me, no company, not even EA or 2K or anybody else, should be making one genre of game, meaning that there shouldn't just be Madden, right, as a simulation football game. There shouldn't just be, you know, MLB The Show as an official baseball game. Like, there shouldn't be just one company making one genre of games. And it's just a good feeling to have, you know, AEW coming out with their own game and Ukes being at the hands of it. And just simply having Ukes' name on it means that it's going to be good. Because Ukes and Brian Williams, like, I put my full faith into that AEW game, and I'm not trying to overhype it at all. But when you see a guy like Brian Williams, who is, I believe his title is like head director of Ukes or something, where he's literally asking people on Twitter, what do you want to see in the AEW game? And he's literally asking people that, like, that means that, you know, they're listening to the community, they care about, you know, the community. And Patrick Gilmore, the executive producer at Visual Concepts, like, he is letting people know what he's asking people what they want in 2K22, and he did it on Reddit, and you know, he's very responsive to people on Twitter. And it appears that with 2K22 that they're going to that what they're going to do is they're going to do a live service model, which in case if you don't know what that means, live service means that the game gets updated throughout the year. I don't know if that means, like, wrestlers, if they get new gimmicks, they get updated. If they get new themes, it gets updated. If Raw decides to change their stage, it gets updated. I don't know what that means in terms of a WWE game, but a game that gets updated periodically throughout the year instead of like 4 patches and then it's done, like, that's just fantastic just hearing about that. So I'm excited to see what happens. And what I'm hoping is that 2K22 is the mark that means that we're not going to get a WWE game every year. I'm hoping that this means that it's going to be an every other year thing, because they can't have something like 2K20 happen ever again. They just can't. Like, that's not... Like, we all don't want that to happen again. So, you know, like, that's just something that just needs to not happen again. So, I'm very excited because it creates more opportunities for myself and Sakate and Youngson and everybody else that makes content on this game. Or on wrestling games, I should say. I hope that AEW's game has some type of universe mode. That would be great. I hope that it has Create a Championship and cross-platform community creations. Like, I hope it has, like, everything that WWE 2K can have, but more, you know? And because I don't understand why some of the things, like special guest referee, was taken out of WWE games. I don't understand why, you know, this mode was taken out of a game, or this mode was taken out of the game. Like, I don't get that. Like, the thing that I like about wrestling games from the past is that it was just fun. Like, not that this game isn't fun, but the online isn't as best as it could be, and things like that, and there's plenty of things that WWE and Visual Concepts could do to make it better, because what brings people back to games? Playing online with their friends. So, you know, that if they can fix that and make it fun again, then hell yeah. Like, I'll be playing this game more than just doing the RCW stuff, you know? Like, that would be absolutely amazing if they could just do something. Like, that's why Here Comes the Pain was fun. That's why SmackDown Shut Your Mouth was fun. Granted, the creation suites were bare bones, but the gameplay was great. Like, it was awesome, or at least more, I guess, fun and more, you know, it focused less on trying to be realistic. Like, it's okay, you can have a simulation style game and have fun gameplay. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you don't need to sacrifice the gameplay style to not have it be fun. So, you know, that I'm just hoping that it'll be a good thing here. Is Young Sin again with the heads in bed here on John Cena, as John Cena is gushing blood right now. Moral of the story is I'm just hoping for a fun game for everybody to enjoy. The casual wrestling fan and the content creator. It's a sinister neck breaker here. And John Cena somehow gets the shoulder up at 2.5. And Sakate, thank you for the host, and I apologize for the gifts not popping up. I don't know why, but that's like been happening a lot with my alerts lately. It's just weird. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Now Young Sin looking for the sinister switch, and that's the move he hit Darby Allin with multiple times in his title match. And Sinister will win against John Cena here. And I don't know why. I don't know why, like, Streamlabs just doesn't want to display the alerts. And Bryce Blackwell returning from injury, trying to ambush Young Sin here. Brian Outlaw gets in the ring. I don't know why he's trying to do that. But Bryce Blackwell returning from the concussion injury as Brian Outlaw takes out Bryce Blackwell. Bryce Blackwell returning from injury at the hands of Sinister, and it looks like Bryce Blackwell is going to get another Sinister switch again. Welcome back, Bryce Blackwell, as Bryce Blackwell gets dropped by Sinister. And Bryce Blackwell, just like that, we start off the show with a bang. Not only a banger of a match between Sinister and John Cena, but Bryce Blackwell is back and ready to go as we get on to our next match here, as we go over to the break screen. And now we have the Ultimo Dragons here versus the Click. The RCW Tag Team Champions. Now, I had mentioned a title, the Ravage Championship. This new championship coming to RCW. We will begin qualifying matches for that in quite some time, in a little bit. Coming soon, we will be beginning the qualifying matches for that tournament, and then we will be having said tournament, and then we'll go through there. And basically what that is it gives an extra opportunity for those superstars that aren't involved in major storylines right now, like aren't involved in the World Championship picture, aren't involved in a tag team picture, etc., etc. You know, it just gives a place for the other superstars to have something, because I want to make sure that people who come here, people who, you know, have their superstars, have a chance to have some opportunity. And, you know, maybe... And the number one thing that I don't like that, you know, WWE does sometimes is they have somebody debut and then they shoot them to the moon right away, or, you know, they only have a couple matches and they shoot them to the moon, or they have a great talent that they don't know what to do with in terms of a storyline or whatever, and that's not something that I want to happen to anybody else's talent or any of the talent that I end up creating myself. Obviously, with Eliza, we got a lot of things coming with Eliza, especially with Eliza and Brian Outlaw. That's gonna be huge for you guys to see, and especially Luna is gonna play a big part in that storyline as well. So be sure that you tune in for that as soon as possible. By the way, you can check out those videos on my YouTube, and some of the clips are on TikTok as well. I actually have a TikTok now. I've had a TikTok for a while. I just haven't really posted anything on it. You can check it out if you go down links. I need to create a command for that too, and I need to remind myself to do that. But definitely follow me on there. You'll see a lot of my voice acting content on there. Maybe some Twitch clips will end up going on there. Just anything that I find remotely good or entertaining, I'll put that on there for you guys. And, you know, it's just something to help the Twitch community grow, something to help the channels grow, because I noticed that TikTok is one of the biggest platforms for content creators as of late, especially for those that are on Twitch and on YouTube, because it can be really difficult with how Twitch is and their algorithm. It can be difficult to grow on Twitch and stuff like TikTok, where you can get 600 views on a video or 1,200 or freaking 1,000 views on a video or whatever, you know, just by putting a caption and putting a couple of hashtags in there. You know, it's pretty remarkable. So definitely follow me on TikTok for more amazing content as well. So I would greatly appreciate that, as I'm trying to grow that as well, as we have the Ultimo Dragons versus the Click coming up next year. I don't know if you're following me on TikTok. Are you following me on TikTok? My TikTok's the same as my Twitch. It's the same. I haven't changed anything. I try to keep everything the same as my Twitch, maybe add an underscore in here and there, but most of the time I try to keep everything the same as one thing, so it just makes it easier. As the Click come out here, this is a non-title contest, by the way, non-title contest, but this is huge for the Ultimo Dragons and the Click in their reign as tag team champions. The Ultimo Dragons made by Frost Hero, I believe. These are his guys. Carrying a couple victories, one over the Young Bucks, former tag team champions as well. As these guys come in very acrobatic, these guys are. And I'm very excited to see what they do here in the tag team division. So I believe it's Drago starting off here against Lenny. And what a moonsault here from the middle rope. Irish whip to the corner now. Oh, now look at this. Wow, what a drop kick to the side of the face. As Ultimate Drago gets tagged in here. Look at the ink on these guys. I've mentioned this before. The tattoos on these guys are pretty insane. As Lenny tried to, with the splash in the corner, or perhaps a clothesline, but oh, is taken down easily there. And a jawbreaker there from Lenny. Oh, but a reversal. These guys are very quick on their feet. The luchadors always tend to be quicker than your average wrestlers here. Oh, Drago causing a ruckus there, grabbing the leg of Lenny. Completely legal, though. This is a tag team match. Oh, and a Pele kick here from Drago, I believe. Or Dragon, I should say. Sometimes it's hard to tell these guys apart sometimes. As Lenny launches him into the turnbuckle there. Now Lenny, my God, what a leg drop there on the back of the neck. As Dragon finds himself in trouble here. As Willie gets tagged in. Willie getting tagged in here. Oh, what a belly-to-belly suplex there. From Willie, and Willie is a mountain of a man. Oh my God. The power of Willie here on Dragon. And I kind of like the whole having the hood thing with the mask. I really like it. Very interesting here. Conceals their identity a little bit. I mean, not that their identity isn't already concealed as part of the Lucha Libre culture. You don't take off your mask, but I just find it to be very interesting as Dragon says, come on here. Let's look at these strikes. I don't know if that did too much. Oh, what a super kick. Tried another super kick. Has him reeling against the ropes here. And wow, the athleticism from Dragon as Willie tries to make that hot tag. Dragon prevents that. Oh, another super kick taking him down. That time it actually took him down fully. Now running in here. Oh, good kick there. And these guys are proving their worth against the tag team champions. They've definitely have been helping themselves out here with a couple of good victories, especially over the former tag team champions, as Willie trying to find a way back in this. Turning the face over, and wow, what a stomp right to the face. I don't know how much that mask is protecting the face. I don't know how much padding there is, but that's definitely going to hurt nonetheless as Lenny gets tagged in now. It's Drago. He's got to work here on Lenny. Oh, and a huge stomp to the arm from Lenny. Look at that skull on the back of Drago here. That's very menacing, I guess. It's the best way to describe it. Owen tried for something there, but Lenny stopped him and is going to tag in Willie. Very periodic tags here from the tag team champions, but an inverted DDT here. Inverted DDT. Oh, what a black mass kick. And now looking to take care of Lenny, but Lenny is having none of it. A punch right to the face. He's trying to get Lenny off of the apron, does. Turns his attention to Willie again and kicks him down. Wow, this is the most I've seen our tag team champions in trouble here. I haven't seen them in trouble as much as I've seen them now. Oh, my God, what a drop kick. From the top there. Possibly looking to finish Willie here. They're going to try to get him inside that corner. Tossing him in. Makes you wonder, what are they going for here? Oh! Yeah, I just seen the notification there on my phone. And a drive-by? My God, I think he caught a Dragon with some of that drive-by there. Just basically pushed him out of the way. And he caught him with that drive-by. And unfortunately was unable to stop Lenny, but it appears that Dragon did that for him. He's got to get out, though. This Dragon, my God, what a senton. He's got to get out, and he does. Well, what teamwork. As a moonsault into a pin here. 1, 2, and Willie kicked out. As Lenny is down for the count for the moment. There's a drop kick to the back here. Irish whip now. Oh, looking to get him off guard here with that pin. 1, 2, and a kick out. As Lenny was coming in. Lenny was coming in there, and Willie takes advantage with that back suplex. Now Willie taking advantage now. Turning the tables. And it appears they are going to turn the tables. This stampede of stomps in the corner. For the first time in a while, we are seeing Drago in trouble here. I'm going to launch him right into Drago. But he gets up to his feet. Talk about a no-sell right there. Gets up to his feet. Turns it around. But Lenny fires back with a right hand. Lenny fires back with a right hand. Tried for a drop kick. No, got out of that. Got out of that one. Black mass kick. Totally missed. And now Lenny throwing Drago to the outside. This shows you how quickly a match can change. There's an elbow right to the face of Lenny. Lenny tried for something there. Both men getting back in. Just a simple suplex there, and I think it's time for Drago to make the tag to Dragon here, and he does. As he was in that match for quite some time now. Especially after the beating he took in the corner. Oh, what a kick. What a kick. Now looking to pin. Looking for the pin here. 1, 2. And a kick out. Oh, but Lenny. Lenny firing back, though. Lenny firing back with that hand. And a bulldog here. On the Dragon. And Dragon in trouble now. Irish whip to the corner. Very wise here. And again, I think they might be going for it one more time. But no, I think Lenny's going to go for the drive-by. He's charging it up, and a drive-by right on Dragon. A a drive-by right on Dragon here. And now looking for the victory here. 1, 2. And Dragon kicked out at 2.5. I don't know why his partner didn't do anything to try and help him there, but didn't need to necessarily. I don't know. And now Lenny's coming back. Lenny's firing on all cylinders, and he takes down Dragon. The tag team champions are coming back here. And a brain buster from Lenny. Irish whip to the corner. Now they might be looking to finish this. An epic stare down right now. I don't know how wise this is, just sitting here, taking a breather. It's just giving Dragon time to just relax. And Lenny took a lot of time there, way too much. And now Dragon may be looking to finish this. Dragon, my God, what a shining wizard. What a shining wizard. As he's looking to take out Willie, and he does. He takes him off of the apron. I don't know why he's not going for the pin here. Kicks him down. Now going for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and he got him. Little confusion there. Didn't go for the pin instantaneously after taking Willie off of the apron, but he got it done nonetheless. And I think we found ourselves some new contenders for the tag team titles right now. Because these guys have been on a roll. As Ultimo wins yet again. These guys are on a streak right now. These guys have been winning the most important matches. I mean, every match is important, but they've won against tag team champions now, former tag team champions. What's next? They might as well win against the tag team champions again for the titles. We'll have to find out. But let's move on to our next match, folks, as we go over to the break screen. As now we have Samoa Joe and Darby Allin going at it. Former RCW Carnage champion Darby Allin. He held on to that title for quite some time. And he's looking to get back in that picture. Same with Samoa Joe, looking to get back in the title picture. He's had a couple of opportunities in the past, but now Joe looking to get back in there and a win over a former champion might help him here. By the way, our main event is Sasha Banks versus Luna Outlaw, the RCW Women's Champion for the RCW Women's Championship. After Sasha Banks was the last woman in the fatal four-way elimination matchup. And she could have chosen any time to take that number one contendership. But she chose right next episode. Because normally, champions don't usually defend the titles on regular shows. However, we have a rule here in RCW where you must defend the title at pay-per-views. You don't necessarily need to defend the title at regular shows, but if you choose to, or if a challenger chooses for their match to be next episode, let's say they won the number one contendership, in this case, Sasha Banks did, and that is where we're at right now. So, it's gonna be something. Let's see what happens. But before we get to that, we have Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin here. Here we go. Oh, by the way, the audio on the Elgato is the same as it has always been. Because when I had to figure out what was going on with the audio delay, I basically wrote down the number that I originally had it at, and so it's been the same same setting as it's always been. As Samoa Joe, the Samoan submission machine, makes his way to the ring in very quick fashion here. As the former RCW Carnage champion in Darby Allin makes his way out here. Now Darby Allin losing the RCW Carnage championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match in which Sinister did the cheap schoolboy roll-up for the win. Even though he hit a lot of really devastating moves on this rampway that he is walking down right now in that match, it seemed like a pretty cheap way to win it, in my opinion. Didn't even have the celebration inside the ring. Didn't necessarily need it. And Sinister secured his first title here in RCW, and Darby Allin looking to put that behind him. And he could easily do that here with a victory over Samoa Joe as we get this underway here as a referee has it underway, and Samoa Joe takes down Darby Allin, starting this off. Irish whip now to the corner. And Joe with a headbutt right into the corner here. Now a boot right into that face paint. Right into that face paint of Darby Allin. And now Samoa Joe, another boot. Right into the corner there. And this is going to be violent. This is going to be an absolute clinic here, especially with Darby Allin. Now, definitely, there's a significant size difference between Joe and Darby, but it doesn't matter when you're in the ring with somebody like Darby Allin, somebody as resilient as Darby Allin. You have to kill this man to get him to stay down. I mean, Sinister did it. But it took a lot to do it. It took a lot to do it as Samoa Joe just tossed Darby Allin back into the ring. But it took so much for Darby Allin to stay down. Under that Falls Count Anywhere rules, Sinister used it to his advantage. Wow, what a power slam. Into a cover here, one. And Darby Allin easily kicking out of that. Well, what's Joe going for? Joe with a kick to the back of the neck there on Darby Allin, and Darby Allin is in a heap of trouble right now. But Darby firing back with the right hand. Darby, my God, what a kick. Sending him down to one knee now. Now Darby firing back in that corner. Now, I don't know how much of that splash actually hurt Joe, but nonetheless, he got it in a kick out at nothing there. But he's firing back again. He's not going to stop. He's got to keep going, especially with the significant size difference between him and Joe. Now Darby just trying to wear down Joe. Trying to wear the big man down. That's very, very wise there. But Joe easily getting out of that. He is the Samoan submission machine. So, you know, you're probably not going to win that battle with him as a kick to the midsection from Darby Allin. Darby Allin takes him down. And again, Darby Allin proving his worth here. This might as well be like something like David and Goliath As a referee has to get in position, he's always out of position. I don't know what it is with the ref, but he is always out of position. It's a couple of shots right to the shoulder. And I believe that shoulder has caused extreme problems for Joe in the past. And just Darby Allin taking it to Samoa Joe right now. Oh, but Joe grabbed the leg. He grabbed it. And a headbutt, my God, sends Darby Allin down. What a forcible headbutt there. Looking for the Karaku to clutch here. Looking to put Darby Allin to sleep. He's got it locked in. He's got it locked in. The Karaku to clutch. Locked in. On Darby Allin. Darby Allin trying to escape. As Samoa Joe's got it locked in and Darby Allin has to tap out. And in very quick fashion, Samoa Joe gets rid of Darby Allin. He puts him to sleep. It took that one slip up. One slip up and you're locked in there. And it's hard to get out once you're locked in that. And the Samoan submission machine is victorious here. As we move on to our next match, folks, as we go over to the break screen yet again. Now this is going to be very interesting right here. This may be main event worthy. And if it weren't for that title match, this probably would be the main event of the show. Now it is Chris Danger versus somebody even more terrifying than we're used to seeing here. Now this is just... Now, bear with me for a second. We have seen Rosemary take over the soul of Brian Outlaw. We've seen Marielle Rogue. We've seen Jay Rogue. We've seen the entire Rogue family and their terrifying abilities and just how terrifying they can be. So what's more terrifying than that? Well, we'll find out in just a few moments. Oh my God, it is Bray Wyatt. And it is not The Fiend, it is the Fun Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt. Oh no. Alexa Bliss can't be too far behind him either. But it appears that Chris Danger will be facing off against Bray Wyatt. Oh no. Now, I initially thought The Fiend at first, but you know, because The Fiend, that's a whole new ball game there. But I don't know what freaks me out more. The Fiend or the demented games of Bray Wyatt. And Chris Danger is just about to find out how demented those games are in about a few seconds here as Bray Wyatt and Chris Danger get underway here, and Bray Wyatt just runs over Chris Danger. But Chris Danger though, Chris Danger with a side Russian leg sweep onto Bray Wyatt. And this is terrifying. Like I'm pretty sure the Fiend is lurking somewhere. I'm pretty sure Alexa's lurking somewhere, and you know we know how Alexa can be. we've seen just about how creepy Alexa can be. We've seen how creepy The Fiend is. But this version of Bray Wyatt is something that, like, I'm used to the, you know, the whole Eater of Worlds thing. I'm like that. That is like this times 10 here. This is something more demented and more terrifying than anything else that you would see normally in scary movies. It's like the Joker times 10. I mean, this man talks to frickin' a stuffed rabbit, a bird, and a witch doll. Like, I don't know how more demented you can get than that. Like, that's pretty wacky to me. As Chris Danger, Irish whip in the corner to Bray Wyatt and a pop-up knee right there in the corner. But now Bray Wyatt, though, with a clothesline, sending Chris down. Oh, and what a right hand to Chris Danger. Now, he may have pissed him off. And it's never good to piss Bray Wyatt off. The Fiend can awaken at any point here. You know, this man is... I mean, Randy Orton may hear voices in his head, but I think I'm more scared of Bray Wyatt than I am of Randy Orton right now. Oh, and a Uranagi right to Chris Danger, and I think we all know what's going to happen next here. Here it comes. The creepy mind games of Bray Wyatt. And a kiss right to the forehead and his sister Abigail. 1, 2. Oh my. Don't tell me Chris Danger just kicked out of the sister Abigail. Now, if it was The Fiend, it'd probably be a different story. But this is Bray Wyatt here. This isn't some supernatural being from the depths of hell or whatever else. This is... I mean, you could kind of argue that it is, because, you know, Bray Wyatt is Bray Wyatt, but let's be honest here. Like, this is something that I never thought we would see grace RCW, but now it is. As a baseball slide takes down Bray Wyatt. Chris Danger with a Philly special onto Bray. One. No, Bray Wyatt. Oh, no, no, no. This might be it for Bray. As he looked for a taste of danger, but Bray firing back though. Bray with a shot to the midsection, and that lands Chris Danger in the corner. As Chris Danger gets just thrown out of the corner there with authority. Oh, and another right hand. This is just terrifying right now. I'm absolutely flabbergasted right now that we're seeing this. This is a side of Bray Wyatt we haven't seen at all in RCW right now. I mean, we've seen The Fiend take control over Sky. You know, that's a whole different thing there. But, you know, this is Bray Wyatt. Oh, it's Chris Danger. Chris Danger looking to get the victory over Bray Wyatt. Got the count of 2. Almost got him. Almost had him there. And now Chris Danger. Chris Danger firing back here. Chris with a drop kick to Bray Wyatt. Now Chris now looking for the Philly special, but was met with a back body drop. That momentum from the Philly special carried him all the way over to a back body drop into a Uranagi, but no, Chris Danger reversed it. Chris Danger with a sling blade. Taking down Bray Wyatt. And now Bray Wyatt is on the outside now. Another shot here from Chris Danger, but oh, Bray Wyatt says no to that. Bray Wyatt says no, and what a clothesline. Now tossing him back into the ring because that's the only way they can finish this. And now Bray Wyatt's looking to go to that place once more. He's looking to summon her. My God, this freaks me out every time he does this. Sister Abigail, and that busted him wide open. 1, 2, oh my. Again, Chris Danger kicked out of Sister Abigail. This man's going to end up with some pretty epic injuries if he does not know when to stop in a code breaker here. Chris Danger is fired up. Uh-oh, what's he doing? He's going up top. Looking for the shooting star press off of the top. Shooting star press off of the top. 1, 2. And Bray Wyatt again with a kick out. Sister Abigail guiding him through this match. The voice in his head guiding him. And a stunner there from Chris. And Chris is just figuring out what the hell he needs to do here to get Bray to stay down. Tried for another Philly special, but was met with another back body drop. And Sister Abigail again. But this time it was out of nowhere. A Sister Abigail again. One, 2, 3. And Bray Wyatt defeats Chris Danger with a little help from his Firefly Funhouse friends. And I say that because I don't know what the hell goes on in his head, and I don't want to know at all. I really don't. I could really care less to know. I really don't want to know. But Bray Wyatt is victorious here tonight as we get on to our next match, folks. And we have the main event of the evening, or afternoon, or morning, depending on where you're at. It is Luna Outlaw and Sasha Banks. The Banks statement versus the Dawning. The Banks statement versus Into the Shadows. And Luna Outlaw will defend her title. This is going to be very interesting here. We will see what happens. As Sasha Banks, the boss, the self-proclaimed boss of the wrestling world, comes out here. Now, after winning that #1 contendership, she will have an opportunity to capture the RCW Women's title here tonight from Luna Outlaw. Luna is, I believe, a third-time Women's champion here. Second or third. As the champion makes her way out here. And notice she does not have Whitney White by her side. She does not have anybody by her side. This is all her right now. Coming out here with that title. And she's going to have to give that title to the referee. And who knows, it may be the last time for a while that she holds it. So Luna Outlaw takes one last look. We're going to get a quick screenshot of that. Now, I will tell you one thing. The one thing that I love about the Series X is just the amazing loading times that we have here. You know, like everything in this game especially loads a lot quicker. Like even when you're looking at images or anything like that, it's just a hell of a lot quicker. Let me make sure I have. Okay. And it surprisingly, like, it's just amazing. Like, even, you know, excluding the graphic enhancements of some games, like, you know, like just having like loading times be a lot quicker on console. Like, I mean, if you're a PC person, like an SSD is like the standard on PC. But, you know, for people, you know, who've been playing console their entire lives, like I have, you know, it's just nice to have that faster loading time and just to seamlessly move games from the internal drive to the expansion card, and, you know, in a snap is just beautiful. I just love it. Sasha Banks with the Lefez press here. And a huge shot to the back here. And Sasha taking it to the champion right now. Oh, rake to the eyes though. Oh, an enziguri from the champion. Oh, but she gets right back up here. A slap right to the face. Sasha Banks with a reversal. Tried for a chop. Oh! Walked right into that drop kick there. Luna walked right into that one. Now, Hurricane Rana sending her down there. Oh, but a reversal there. Checks that kick. Tried for that big boot. But missed it. Oh! Now a couple of knees now. Couple of knees as Sasha Banks is reeling right now. Sasha Banks reeling. Oh, a rope break, though. Breaks that up. As Luna went for the crucifix cover there. Now Luna looking to turn it around here. Oh, Sasha Banks caught her. Sasha Banks in the corner there with the drop kick. Another drop kick to the back here. And now Sasha taking this over right now. Sasha gets tossed out. Champion's advantage here. She can hang on to the title via count out if she wants to, but that is not the Outlaw way there. She looks for the blackout here on Sasha Banks, and she gets it. Now looking for the cover to retain it here. 2 and a kick out. She was 1 second away from retaining that title. Oh, kick to the midsection. Luna's catching all of this right now. She's proven why she's a dominant woman here. Not to say that the Boss isn't dominant as well, but now the Boss looking for bankrupt. The Boss hit bankrupt. And now she might be looking for the bank statement. Might be looking for the bank statement, but a reversal. A reversal from the champion here. Barely connecting with that clothesline though, however, but nonetheless it worked. And now she's looking for the dawning here. The dawning STO. 1, 2, and Sasha Banks got the shoulder up at 2.5. Sasha Banks is still in this. But the news is here, if neither of these women are in the ring, then Luna can't lose her title here. She's got to... This has to take place in the ring. It's not like a false count anywhere or... or anything here, so... Count of 3 here. But now Sasha resets the count since she got out for the outside. And oh, suplex there. Got a couple of screenshots just uploading to the Xbox side of things here. As now Luna's looking to do something dangerous. Oh, what a drop kick. Count of 6. And resets the count again. Very, very wise is Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks with a reversal. Sasha Banks tried for that drop kick. Luna sidestepped it. Was met with an elbow. Another elbow. Drop toe hold here right into the... Right into the canvas. Oh, a slap right to the face though. Irish whip to the corner now. She's gonna take Sasha. Oh, got the knee. She met turnbuckle with that knee. And now Sasha Banks doing a little bit of too much showboating here. Doing a little bit of too much showboating and a dawning again. Sasha Banks is doing all this showboating. And it's definitely not helping her out here. Like, you can't be doing this. Not in any match, let alone a championship one. 1, 2, and Sasha Banks kicked out. And now Luna's going up top here. Luna with a headbutt. My God. Luna with the headbutt now launching Sasha Banks back first into the corner here. Now the back is something that Sasha has definitely suffered from in the past, throwing her over. Oh, tried for the taking her outside, but now she's a little dazed here. Reversal there. Reversal again. Uh-oh, Sasha. Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks. Oh my, what a Hurricane Rana from the top. I thought she was going to go for those double knees that she's so used to hitting here. Now looking for bankrupt. And a kick out. My God. Uh-oh, she might be looking for bank statement. She might be looking for the bank statement. Might be looking for the bank statement. She's got it. She's got it. But a rope break. A rope break. My God, out of everything that could have... Out of everything that could have happened there, that was a rope break. Sasha Banks completely screwed herself over there. I realized that, you know, when it comes to the momentum... And another rope break here. Again, as Luna grabbed the bottom rope. Banks is literally screwing herself over here. Banks is straight up screwing herself over. Because the momentum of the backstabber going into the bank statement, she basically forced Luna's foot to be on the rope. And you could tell it was on the rope there as she hooked the bank statement. Oh, and now Sasha's in a world of hurt right now. Guilty verdict. And now she's looking to line it up. Looking for it. She hooked it. The dawning. 1, 2, 3, and Luna retains the title. Luna retains the title. She holds on. A little bit of worse for wear there, but she holds on to the title. There it is. She hangs on to it. And her reign continues. As champion. Wow. Talk about a matchup right there. That could have gone either way. It was a back and forth contest, and unfortunately for Sasha Banks, let me tell you, if she had that bank statement locked in and the rope wasn't there, it could have been over. Not only that, but after that, she proceeded to hook the leg while Luna's arm was still in reach of the bottom rope, as we had seen there. And Luna retains. Wow. What a show it has been today, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of RCW. This has just been absolutely... I'm flabbergasted. And I'll tell you why. Because when I started this show, I had no idea that what it was going to become within the time that it has... Within the time that it has been, you know, in production or on the air, if you will. I had no idea that it was going to become what it has been. And it's just... To me, it's uncanny, man. It's, like, absolutely insane of how, like, beautiful this has been. You know, and I say the word beautiful because I have no other way to describe it. You know, it's amazing. And I think I've said this in my Outlaw World Tour episodes, which will be uploaded to my YouTube channel as soon as I can, you know, edit those and get those done. But the amount of stories that we've been able to create with these characters, and with Sakate, with Deftest Violator, with Young Sin, and having those characters in multiple universes, like in multiple promotions, having these backstories, Cyberpunk with the whole Sky thing, Luna Outlaw Behind the Mask, which I plan to bring that back, don't worry about it. And everything else, like, it's just fantastic, it is something that I never thought would happen. Like, you can never think of these things happening. Like, if you told me, like, 2-3 years ago when I started doing this show that, I would be creating this empire. And I call it this empire because it literally is. It's not just RCW and the Outlaws. It's RCW plus a bunch of other series, plus a bunch of other things surrounding these 4 to 5 characters. Like, it's one thing when you create a character in a video game. That's something that everybody does. Like I can tell you, as far and wide as creation as video games have been, where you get to create your own character, a lot of people have done that. And this is not like me bragging or tooting my own horn, but not a lot of people have taken those characters and made multiple stories and put their own personal touches to them. And I know that Superflu and I were talking about wrestling, and one of the things that we were talking about wrestling is originality in characters. Like, character is one thing that is missing a lot in wrestling now. Like, everybody just rips everything off, or, there is no originality anymore, or somebody tries to make something work that worked 20 years ago that doesn't work now. And, and Superflu and myself, like, he said, he goes, that's the difference. He goes, your character, Brian Outlaw is heavily inspired by CM Punk and Stone Cold and some guys, but he said the difference is he may be inspired by people, but my buddy Superflu was like, the difference is that's original. Like, that's not, you're not ripping somebody off. Like, that's you created the voice, you created the, the story, the whole thing. Like, that's your story. Like, that's not, nobody can just, basically, what I'm trying to say is, nobody can take your life and replicate it. Like, even those biopics that you see on people's lives, like, nobody can take somebody's life word for word and tell it in an interesting way. Or in that interesting of a way. And it can be tough because, sometimes when I hear people tell their life stories, I'm bored. Because some people just have a way of telling their life stories, or some people just look at their lives and they're like, my life isn't interesting by any means, and I don't view my life as interesting at all. Like, I really don't. Like, just because I get to, go to wrestling events and meet wrestlers and go to these concerts, like, if you buy a ticket, then you can go to them. Like, I feel like, to me, it's all about creating those opportunities. Like, you yourself as a person, like, you have to create those opportunities. Like, nobody's going to just be like, here's $1 million. Like, you have to, if you want to become a billionaire, you have to do it yourself. Like, I know that seems kind of a lame kind of example, but, if you want to do something with your life, you have to do it yourself. Like, nobody's going to sit there and do it for you. And I would be lying if I didn't say that Twitch was the reason that a lot of these opportunities that I have happened. You know, because I graduated college, you know, in a completely different major that I thought than I thought of. It was because of wrestling. It was because of this show. It was because of this show I decided to give up everything that I was doing at this previous college, transfer to another college closer to home, and take another like year and a half worth of college and finish it. And then, if you told me that years ago when I first became a Paige fan that I would be, you know, in her Twitch streams and that I would be, you know, talking to her along with 200, 300 other people, like, I would be laughing in your face like, haha, really funny, like, that's not ever gonna happen. You know, and that's the thing, is like, people ask me, like, how do you get, you know, these people to talk to you? And to be honest, be yourself, guys. Like, that's it. That's it. Like, I don't know where people get the idea that I'm like this special person that, you know, gets people to talk to them when I'm just a normal guy. I mean, Superflu tells me that, you know, I'm a guy that draws people in, and I guess it might be the Outlaw talking, you know, but I just am like genuine, and let me tell you, that is a thing in society that is missing from a lot of people, and I've said this before on my streams, and I like to have these talks towards the end of the streams because it's real, guys. It really is. Like, you know, the idea of being a genuine person, like, it's not hard. It's not hard. But for whatever reason, you know, we often forget that. If that makes any sense. Like, we all forget that we are just people at the end of the day. And especially when, you know, we're talking about social media and celebrities and stuff, we all forget that they're just people. You know, they're just people with money. It's and you know, that's it. And you know, I don't consider myself special by any means by, you know, having the clips of Paige that I do from the whole thing and having the commands for you guys in chat for the whole thing. I don't consider myself special by any means for that. Like, I don't. Like, I just treat them like a normal person and something happens. Like, I don't like go on Twitter and like, I'm gonna do this today. Like, I don't literally, like, let me tell you, I don't go on Twitter like expecting something to happen. It just does. And that's the thing. Always expect the unexpected. Like, think about before you say something. Think about before you post something. Because, you know, and it's probably the same BS you hear all the time. But think about before you say something. Think about before you do something. Because oftentimes you can cause issues. And the internet has been used for that kind of stuff. The internet has been used for, you know, the wrong reasons. And, you know, I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like mentally I have this responsibility to make people's day. Like, I just do it just to do it. I'm just like, oh, I'm going to tweet something nice today, or I'm going to do this, you know, because I just do it. You know, and like, people ask me, like, how can you do that every day, and how can you know, how do you get out of bed every morning, you know, doing this? And like, and this comes from, I'm gonna steal this from my buddy Tony here. My buddy, the Real Fat Tony, who's also a streamer on Twitch. He said the reason why that he's like a streamer and that how he measures his success as a streamer is bringing a smile to somebody's face. bringing a smile to somebody's face and making somebody's day better. And I feel like, not necessarily me as a streamer, but I feel like me as a person. Like, I'm on this earth to do that. Like, I'm on this earth to make people's days better, to make people happy, to do what I'm meant to do. And if it's this, if it's the wrestling thing, if it's the Outlaw thing, then yeah, let's do it. It's that thing, guys. It really is. And let me tell you, it's one of the things that, like, I never realized, like, in my teenage years, in my, early years growing up. I'm only 22, okay? But in my years of, growing up, like, this was something that I didn't realize. Wrestling was one of the things that, you could be anything you want to be. And people are like, well, in this world, you can be whatever you want to be. And I said, not necessarily. Because there are people out there that will tell you that you're nothing but this, that you're nothing but this, you're nothing but this, you're nothing but this. There are people that will tell you that, and there are people that will label you for whatever reason. There are people that will belittle you and tell you things that are complete bullshit. And as kids, we're gullible. Meaning that kids are the most impressionable people. You tell them that Santa Claus is real, and they'll believe it. And then at some point, when they're old enough, they figure out that Santa's not. It's that same thing, except in the certain sense where, everybody gets to their breaking point. Everybody gets to their lowest point in life, and I hit that at one point, but it was wrestling that brought it back up. And so, I can't thank you guys enough for everything that you guys do for the streams, everything that you guys do for, RCW and all that stuff. Because this wouldn't exist without you. My life wouldn't be where it is without you guys. I mean, like I just said, I basically switched my entire life, education-wise, surrounded with wrestling. Like, I thought, I can't be a wrestler, so I can't be in the wrestling industry. I can't, do this, so I can't. But then I realized, well, if I can play a character on TV or on YouTube, then what's the difference doing it in front of people? And I took a public speaking class in college, and that's the one thing that it taught me was, how to speak in front of people. And granted, that was 20, 30 people. But to me, what's 20, 30 compared to 10,000? It's just more people. Sure, a camera might be in front of your face, but big deal. Like, it's the comfortability that you have. And within this character, I am myself again. I am who I want to be again. Like, I'm no longer that kid in middle school that just freaking hated himself the whole time. I'm no longer that type of person. And that's why when I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, where you guys are going to get kind of like an inside look on how I do things here on RCW, how I create things in the next Turnbuckle TV podcast hosted by my friend Superflu and myself. He's gonna have me on there, and he's gonna interview me, ask me questions, and that gives you an opportunity for you guys in his chat. I'll have his chat popped up, and that gives an opportunity for you guys in his chat to ask questions, anything about RCW and the process that I go through while creating it. We dedicated an episode to it because doing this, like, as I'm commentating the matches and everything else, like, it's difficult to, because I'm trying to do two things at once. So we thought it would be better if we just had an episode where we just sat down and chatted about it for a little bit, shoot the shit, and have it be like that. So Anyways, I'm excited for that to happen, and I'm so grateful for you guys. I thank you guys again for joining me for another episode of RCW. And it's been great. We're in season 8 right now. Or season 9 actually, right? Season 8, season 9. Season 8, season 9. Where are we at? Let me check real quick. Cuz sometimes I forget where we're at because it's been so long. Season 9. I just have the title wrong. Whoops. Big deal. But there, I fixed it. But anyways, I thank you guys so much. You know, it's been a great time doing this show for you guys, and I'll keep bringing it. I'll keep bringing it as long as you guys keep wanting it, and as long as I, you know, keep wanting to make it. So I thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys on another stream. I will see you guys later. We're going to find somebody to raid off to, because I don't just want to leave all of this here. You know what? Let's see. Who's online right now? Speaking of the Real Fat Tony, my good buddy, he's streaming right now. He's streaming Overwatch right now. Show him some love. Come be a part of the Burger Gang. He is a fantastic individual. And he is just a beautiful human. And so, I definitely want to show some love to him. Did he just go off? He was... Okay, so apparently it's not showing him up on my... Why isn't it showing him up on my thing? That's weird. Alright, so we're going to raid the Real Fat Tony, my good buddy, and I will catch you guys on another stream.